Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with Golden Opportunities Coaching. Welcome back to those of you who are new. Welcome to those of you who are seasoned veterans of what we do around here. We discuss a variety of psychological, social, and coaching-related topics in audio format. We've got over 300 audios for you to choose from, so hopefully something you like. Please feel free to make a request in comments below if there's something you have not heard yet that you feel would be helpful to you. Today we're going to talk about emotional connections, how to know if you're developing an emotional attraction or emotional connection with a person. 6 or 7 things I want to run through with you here, and most of them are pretty simple, but at the same time, they're things that you don't necessarily think of until you're kind of reflecting in a self-aware state. So, first is it's easy to talk with them. And by easy to talk, you can talk about a variety of topics. You can also learn to agree to disagree. And you always gain something from the conversation, whether it's a laugh, whether it's new factual knowledge, whether it's a different perspective, whether it's an appreciation for a social or emotional issue. You gain something from that conversation. The next thing is you like the time you spend with the person. Doesn't matter what you're doing, doesn't matter how often you do it, doesn't matter how often you're together. You feel like when you're walking away from that connection that you've gained something as a person and that you benefited from the connection. You want them to obviously feel the same way, otherwise it's a one-sided connection. But if you're constantly feeling like you have gained something, then that's a sign that you're developing an emotional attraction or emotional attachment. The next thing is that you admire what they stand for. You admire their character, the way they behave, their knowledge, their intelligence, their conduct with other people. You admire things about this person completely. You are ultimately looking to add parts of them into your daily life because most often, and here's the next point, you share common values or common core beliefs. This means ultimately that you see the world in very similar ways to the way they do. You see them as a value added to your life, and you often will look at them and see things about them where you say, yeah, I agree with that, without even necessarily having to have a full conversation. Because you know what they're about. You know what makes them tick. You know what their core values and core beliefs are. And they are similar to your own. The next is you value their opinion. Now, value their opinion doesn't mean you change your life because of it. Although, if they have an opinion that causes you to reevaluate how you feel or think about something, that's a bonus. But by valuing their opinion, what we mean here is simply when they say something, you give it credibility just because of who they are and who they've shown themselves to be. You believe that they have your best interest at heart, and you believe they have knowledge that you may not have. That means you're more likely to, the next point, go to them for advice. Now, it doesn't mean you make every decision based on what they believe, but you will take into consideration their opinion based upon the fact that they are successful, or they're someone you admire, or they're someone whose opinion and mindset you value, or they've had success in areas that you haven't. And so you take their advice based on the fact that they may know something that you do not. The last is you feel you can be open with them. Open in terms of who you are socially, in terms of who you are mentally and emotionally. You can ask questions and not feel judged. You can give even constructive criticism to them and not feel condemned. You can be vulnerable and not feel as though you're going to be taken advantage of. For the most part, that openness is just, I can be me completely and not have to worry. So those are the main signs that you're developing an emotional attachment with somebody. Please feel free to comment below if there's anything else we can do for you. But until next time, keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.